Alright, let's see what kind of trouble we can get into now. Let's head back into Hollow. Let's pick up where we left off. Yesterday, I made all the corrections on my to-do list this morning. So I think we had all the bulk and all of the, let's head back to where our tanker was. I think we had all the bulk in and all the liquids in, and we were just waiting on palleted product to go in. Yeah, so let's get, the main thing we're going to need to get running first is the dairy. So what does the dairy need? And where did I put the dairy on this map? I've been working on too many maps at the same time. Queen Chris, welcome. Thank you for sticking with us. Alright, so we need a load of crates here. And we're not that far from Central. Well, the crates are at the... oh, we're not that far. Let me grab my store delivery mod. Let's grab a truck. And let me up the engine. And let's grab the auto load. And this should be the new one. Yeah, this is the new one that Papa is working on for the new vehicle pack. So I want to give it a test. But that's the logo that's going to be on all the new vehicles. It encompasses all three maps: Riccieville, Riccis Hollow, and Ricci Islands. So Ricci Hollow Islands. So that's the new logo for all the vehicles to cover all three maps. So let's grab, we need a load of crates, so let's head to the warehouse. And I preloaded the warehouses with most of the pallets we need. Yeah, the new logos are going to look awesome. So let's grab a load of crates. What setting are we on? We're on regular size pallets already. And since I preloaded this warehouse, I'm going to grab another stack. So I've got plenty of in here for testing. Because I didn't want to have to wait for pallets of stuff to be made in order for us to finish testing today. I want to wrap this up and get it to Dixie and Papa. Alright, so let's run these over to the mill. We'll see if that trigger works. Rob is back. Thank you for stopping back in. You have no idea how much I want to continue working on the Homestead map and not even test this map today. Alright, and then this should make us the rest of the products we need. pallet trigger should be right here to my right. Let me just zoom in a little bit. There we go. Alright, so that should be everything that this factory needs. Oh, that's right. This one's for the milk production. So yeah, we got milk. Alright, so this part of the factory is working. And then the mill part of the factory is all active. Alright, so this factory is done. Where do we want to go from here? Let's go to, leave the truck here a minute. Alright, what does Budweiser need? What are you short? Power cells and empty kegs. Alright. You get my point. Living. Uh-oh. Living Angel. Hello, thank you for stopping in. Welcome to the stream. We are testing the Riccis Hollow map. Well, I'm testing the trigger so I can get it to my testers tonight with nothing broken. So empty kegs. And 20 should be enough to fire up the 20 should be enough. Now I think these are medium pallets. I don't think these work on the regular pallet setting. No, they don't. Alright. So I think we need to go to, is it medium pallets? Yeah, medium pallets for the kegs. So I just want to make sure the rest of the triggers work, and then I'm going to get this map to my testers tonight. And hopefully it'll be a New Year's Eve or New Year's Day release. So yesterday I got all of the bulk product and all of the liquids in the factories. Today we have to get all of the palleted product in the factories. And make sure all the triggers work and all the factories fire up. Alright, so if you were beer kegs, where would you go? I've worked on so many maps that I can't remember where I put the triggers. I think you're over here. I think everything goes into one trigger. Alright, maybe not. Oh, no, they're emptying. Alright. I just gotta move them. I just gotta move up further. Let's move up here. Alright, cool. Let's go get some power cells. And then that should fire this factory up. So you need power cells. What does Heinz need? Heinz needs crates. So let's grab we'll grab the power cells, then we'll come back for the crates. Next time the train goes by, I want to see if I fixed the flickering textures. Alright, so I know I've got power cells over here somewhere in one of these warehouses. So what, if you were power cells, where would you be hiding? I think I forgot to put power cells in. I'm almost positive I forgot to preload the power cells. Face masks. Yep, I forgot to preload power cells. We don't have any made yet. Building F. Alright, hold on. Bear with me. Bear with me a couple minutes. I'm going to put you on be right back. I'm going to save this. I'm going to exit. I want to preload some power cells so we can get these factories. I want to get this map off my plate today. So bear with me a couple minutes. I want to throw some power cells in that warehouse. Again, this is not my real save. This is my test map, so I don't mind getting stuff cheated in for testing. Save game 3. Building F. I'll let this reload, and I should now have some power cells. Let me get a little bit of speed back. Alright, so I should be building F. I should now have some power cells. Or E? No, F. Oh, did I put them in the wrong building? Crap. I think I put them in the wrong map. Oh. No, I should have power cells in this warehouse. Hang on, bear with me. That should have worked. Maybe I put them in the wrong save game. Just bear with me a sec. Save game. Yep, hang on, I put them in the wrong. I want save game 18. I put them in the wrong map. Which is fine. I put them on my islands test map instead of this map. Thought I had everything set up before I came live. I just forgot about the power cells. I don't want to have to wait 6 hours to make them. Hollow zipped. Save game 18. Alright, should be good this time. Dixieland! Howdy! I'm hoping to get this map to you tonight. I fixed everything on my to-do list from yesterday. And I just preloaded all the warehouses so I can make sure that the majority of the rest of the pallet triggers work. So I'm sure there's going to be a lot more that you're going to catch that I'm overlooking. So this should now have, yeah, this should now have power cells in it. And do you have crates? I didn't pre-fill that one. Okay. So let's go back to regular size pallets. Let's grab these. Before we head back to Budweiser, I'm going to grab a load of crates. And Dixie, I haven't tested any of the sell points on this map. So I'll grab some crates. Let's throw the crates and, well, the power cells need to go to Budweiser. The crates need to go to Heinz. Oh, now they're all mixed up. Alright, so let's go over to Heinz and we'll bring this one thing of power cells back. Now, where did I put the pallet trigger for this factory? Let's see if it's the same as the bulk. Let's see if I put one. I can't remember if I put one trigger or multiple triggers. Okay, so you took the crates. And then let's just drop off this last power cell down here. Oh, this is a recipe for disaster. Oh no, alright. We're on track. I thought I was going to drive into the building. I got somebody at the door. I'll be right back. Alright, sorry about that. Neighbor came over to borrow a ladder. And our dog actually knows him, so he let me know he was here. All right, so this factory's fired up, so that trigger works. And then Heinz should now be fired up. Yep, so this factory's got everything it needs. So what do we need for power cells? I think just plastic. So you need, yep, so you just need plastic. So let's go grab a load of plastic. And make sure that trigger works. Where did I leave my truck? Down here. I got kidnapped now. I needed to let him in, walk him through the house out the back, and he needed to get the ladder. And then I was talking to him for a minute or two. He likes to talk. I'm lucky I got away without being gone for half an hour. Alright, let's see if I preloaded any plastic. Alright, so if you were plastic, which building would you be in? Not that one. Not that one. Plastic. And I'm only going to give it 20. I'm only going to give it one load just to make sure the trigger works. I still got flickering textures on the train. Not as bad as they were. Alright, so plastic. I'm hoping plastic goes over here with the bulk items. No, I don't think plastic goes here with the bulk items. Let's give it a shot. If not, I'll figure out where the trigger is. Yep, it's here where the bulk goods are. Alright. So I'm going to call this trigger good. Let's make sure it fired up. Yep, so you're active. Alright. Now the Ackley factory I know needs a whole bunch of stuff. So let's see what we need for this bad boy. Pallets. steel, and plastic. And they're all three different sizes on the they're all three different sizes on the auto load truck. I can't bring them over in one load. I should have put half the plastic here. Oh well, let's get some plastic, then we'll go back for steel and pallets. At least we don't have to drive that far. Let's grab another load of plastic. I said plastic are regular size pallets. The pallets are the tall pallet setting. The steel's the long pallet setting. I can't even get them all in one trip. So this trigger is going to work. I want to fire this factory completely up because I want to make sure that this auto load truck is going to work with all of the products that this factory makes. And I don't remember what setting Papa put them on this new trailer. I think they're the tall pallets, but I'm not 100% sure. Let's grab some pallets and then we'll grab some steel. Oh, I was saying, what the heck is that back there? But it's a tree stump from the tree I cut down. Alright, so let's grab a load of pallets. And I'm not going to take a double stack. We only need one stack. So let's go to medium-sized pallets. Alright guys, I know this is going to look really, really funky, but I want to see if it'll actually pick up the steel and put them on top of the pallets. I don't think it will because I'm on a different setting. Yeah, we're going to have to come back for the steel. Oh. I almost broadsided that car. Papa Smurf. Let me pull over so I can catch up on chat. That's what you need, a road train? Yeah, I definitely need the road train. Uh, and I forgot to put follow me in, or I'd be driving around with two different trucks. But I'm definitely going to zip this up and send it to you and Dixie tonight. So I fixed everything that was on my to-do list from yesterday. And I've not found any more broken triggers. But I've also not tested any of the sell points. And I've not tested any of the spawn points, spawn product back out of the warehouses. So let's go grab that load of steel. I really love this logo, Papa. Let me go to long pallets. Oh yeah, I want to jump back in the fishing boat so we can get the fish processing going, because I'm going to need salmon to test the smokehouse. No, I can just test it with firewood. As long as it takes the firewood, I know the trigger works. So that should have fired this factory up. Yep, so we're making every product here. Alright, so the next factory I want to get fired up is the slaughterhouse. And I can't remember what it needed. You need crates. Alright, so you just need crates. Uh-oh. Oh, just snuck through there. So let's grab another, let's grab a lot of crates. And let's go back to regular size pallets. The slaughterhouse ain't that far. And before I drive over there, what did the poultry house need? I think the poultry house, I think this was running, wasn't it? Yeah, so that doesn't need anything. Alright, so let's go grab, let's bring these down to the slaughterhouse. The orchards and greenhouses are running. The mushroom farm is running. The tomato greenhouse is running. Textures. Okay, I think I got all the flickering textures done on the train. Alright, so crates. Where's the trigger? What side is the trigger on? Not there. Not there. Is it right in the middle? Where did I put the trigger? Oh, I wasn't over far enough. Alright, hold on. Let me pull closer to the rack and then drop them here. I may have to adjust this trigger. Let me pull the truck out so I can see where the, oh, I can see the hip. Yeah, the trigger needs to be adjusted. I've got a bale trigger, I've got a pallet trigger, and I've got a exact fill route. Alright, so that trigger's got to be adjusted. Alright. Bear with me. Let me, let's save and get out of here. Sorry, I've been ignoring chat. You talking about what I showed you a pic of earlier today, Papa? Oh, okay. We are good. Alright, so let's go in here and let's get this trigger adjusted. So we need to go to the slaughterhouse. Slaughterhouse, let me take my speed back down. Alright, so we want, you're the bale trigger, you're the pallet trigger, yeah, you're too short, you gotta come up taller, and you're way too far in the ground, and I want to move you this way so you're closer to the rack. Oh, maybe it was full, it took them, maybe. Was the factory full? Did I not put enough crate? I didn't put enough crates in the factory. Hold on. Let's go look at that XML. It actually, oh no, never mind. I'm in the editor, not the game. Alright, so let's put you there. Let's save you. Pop, I got about 5 or 6 hours worth of work done on the homestead map today. Alright, so let's get out of here. I completely changed the road system and the canal today. Alright, so let's go back in here. Alright, hopefully that fixed this trigger. Yeah, it was one of those nights where I was so tired I think I fell asleep during Dixie's stream. And then I woke up again at 3:30 this morning and couldn't fall back to sleep. So let's re-auto load these. And now oh, are you kidding me? Because there's no exact fill route over there now. We got to make the exact fill route bigger. I absolutely hate palette triggers. They are so finicky. I'm just going to leave this map open in the editor. Alright, so let's grab the exact fill route. We're going to have to make you bigger to go all the way over to the end so you can cover the train and you can cover the vehicles. Alright, let me make you a little bit thicker. And you've got to be just above the ground. So there's the, and then the palette trigger. Yeah, you're perfectly flat. So let's try that. And then I want to check. You've got to be just slightly above the ground. And I got to check to make sure that everything's going in the same trigger and I didn't mess the XML up. Alright, so let's save that. Let me look at placeables, slaughterhouse. And then a trigger for crates are goods. Yep, and that's the trigger we're using. Alright. Yep, that's the trigger we're using. Alright, I'm going to leave this open. If this don't work, I'll monkey with it off camera. Or if I send it to Dixie tonight, she'll be blaming me that it was broke when she got it, but she's the one that actually broke it. Are you going to work this time? No. Alright, I'm going to monkey with this factory after off camera. So I'm going to be in and out of the editor about 10 times adjusting that trigger. So I'll monkey with that tonight. Alright, so what do we need? I think, so the silt mine was running. Oil wells are going to need drill pipe. Yep, so you're going to need drill pipe. So let's go grab a load of drill pipe. I'm going to move that trigger somewhere else so it's not interfering with the other two triggers that are in there. So I'm going to completely move that trigger. Or I've got the i3D mapping backwards. I might have mapped the bale trigger and the pallet trigger backwards. We'll go in and look at it here in a minute. Let me grab some drill pipe, and then we'll go back in and see if I have the i3D mapping wrong. So let's grab a load of drill pipe. Yeah, I absolutely hate working on pallet triggers. They're so sensitive. Alright, so let's go back to long pallets. Then we'll head back south. That the trigger was I moved the trigger, but I still can't get it to work. It was besides the exact fill route covers the bale trigger and the pallet trigger, but I might have mapped the pallet trigger as the bale trigger and the bale trigger as the pallet trigger. I want to go back in and look at the i3D mapping. But I may end up just building a separate trigger for the crates. It took some of them because I see some, the factory's working. So it took some of them. Oh, I wanted the wrong side of the tracks. But it didn't take the entire stack. Oh, I gotta turn the sound down on these oil wells. They are way too loud. Nice, this trigger works. Yep, this trigger works. Alright, so before we go back, what do you need? You need pallets and beehives, and we've not made beehives yet. Alright. So we gotta get a load of plywood to the beehive production. Alright, so let's save this again. That trigger's gonna drive me nuts until I fix it. But I want to check the mapping. Alright, so the pallet trigger is 0, 6, and 1. So the pallet trigger is 0, 6, and 1. Yeah, the bale trigger is 0, 6, and 2, so they're mapped correctly. So that means the exact fill route, let me make it thicker, and let me bring it up a little bit taller. And then the pallet trigger should be tall enough, and it should be like just in the ground, like that. And the bale trigger and the pallet trigger, doesn't matter if they're touching because they never interfere with each other. So it's exact number 1, but bale trigger number 1, pallet trigger number 1. Just make sure to mess up the numbers. So it's exact fill route 1, pallet trigger 1, bale trigger 1. So it should work. Oh, let's give it another save. Yeah, okay, great. Yeah. I didn't break it. You broke it. I didn't give it to you broken. You broke it. And if this doesn't work, I'm just going to move it. We're just going to yank it out of the barn, and we'll move it somewhere else. I'm going to leave that open. I should just switch to my unzipped folder and just test there. Just move the trigger ahead of the other triggers. Just move the trigger ahead of the other triggers. It shouldn't matter what order they're listed in the XML, factory XML. As long as the i3D mapping is correct. So let's head back over there. Yeah, I gotta turn those oil wells, sound down on those oil wells. They're way too loud. If they're still sitting here on the ground, the trigger's not working. So if the trigger was working, it would have sucked them in. Yeah. Alright, here's what we're going to do. I'm yanking this trigger out of there, and we're going to move it. Alright, so what do we have over here? We have the trash here. Yeah, see, it took some of them in because it's producing something. So it took some of the crates in. But I want to put I really don't want to move it. I really don't. But hold on, I'm going to try something else. I'm going to delete the pallet trigger. I'm going to go to the poultry house. I'm going to take this pallet trigger. I'm going to duplicate it. I'm going to drop it in here. I'm going to take this exact fill route. I'm going to make it smaller again. And I'm going to pull it back over here by the tracks. And I'm going to take it back down to where it should be. I'll bring the pallet trigger in here. And let's put that over on this side. I'm not going to make any adjustments to it. So I know this pallet trigger works in the poultry house. So let's save this. Found a ghost tree on the map. Yeah, let me know where at. We can fix it for the next. Well, I can't fix it for the next update. It won't work with an existing save, but yeah, let me know where a ghost tree is. If I do that, Papa, I'm going to need another exact fill route node. Let this save. All right, hold on, let this save. Do we have room? I can't because that trigger's too big. Or you won't be able to pick up the manure. Are those triggers touching? No, the triggers are not overlapping. So my in trigger is not touching my out trigger. Let's try this. But if that doesn't work, I'm going to completely move it. And we'll rebuild the slaughterhouse. $10.18. Thank you for the cheer. I'll send a pic to Dixie. Yeah, I'm curious to see where it is. And if this doesn't work, I'm going to completely move that trigger. Oh, that's right, I exited without saving. Oh, crap, I should have lowered the sound on those oil wells while I were in there. Is there anything in the warehouse? Yeah, it's making, so it's taking some of the crates, it's just not taking all of the crates. Oh, you're on the wrong setting, hold on. Let me zoom in. So where's my trigger? So my trigger is now on that side. So if I come over here, it's not taking the pallets. Why are you not taking the crates? You're taking some of the crates, but you're not taking very many of the crates. Alright, where can I put... Where can I put the crates? let's move. Alright, hold on. Let's get you picked up and out of the way. So let's put you here. I don't want to get into that habit of unloading them on the trailer if we're dropping everything else on the ground on the entire map. Alright, so what we are going to do is we are going to take the racks. Alright, so we're going to take you, and I'm going to slide you over here. I'm going to slide you over here. Going to slide, where's the other one? Is there only two? Or was there three? Oh, no, there were only two. Okay, so now we're going to take, we are going to take the crates visibility node, and we're going to slide it. Where's my gizmo? Where's the freaking gizmo? Out here. I'm going to slide these out here. And you're in the building. Alright, so let's get, are you still, you're too close to the barn? No, you're not too close to the barn. I'm going to get them out a little bit more. Alright, so there's our crates. Now let's take, can I get the warning stripe? No, I get the trigger. I need a warning stripe. So let's grab a warning stripe. Let's copy the warning stripe and bring it out here. Alright, so let's take, alright, so that's that. So let's grab, I'm going to take this pallet trigger. Let me look at the XML real quick. So I think that's the only thing we're using the pallet trigger for are the crates. Yeah, so that's the only thing I'm using the pallet trigger for. So I'm going to delete that. So the bale trigger now becomes 0, 6, and 1. So the bale trigger is now 0, 6, and 1. I'm going to go to the poultry house. I'm going to grab an exact fill route node 1. I'm going to go, I'm going to cut it from there. I'm going to put it here. And where did you go? You're over here. Alright, so let's get you turned. So let's put you here. And let's call you number 2. And then let's grab a pallet trigger. go cut it from there. I'm going to put it here. We're going to call it number 2. Put you here. Now, exact fill route 2 is 0, 4, and 1. So your exact fill route node 2 and your 0, 4, and 1. And then our palette trigger is now number 2, and it should be 0, 4, and 3. No, 0, 4, and 2. You are, yep, 0, 4, and 2. So let's try that. Now we got to go up here. And let's go to crates. So input crate, let's call you crate. Let's go up here. Duplicate this. You are now called crate. And then you are exact fill route 2. You are palette trigger 2. You don't have a bail trigger. And then you no longer have a palette trigger. So let's check our, so exact fill route 1 is 0, 6, and 0. Just want to double check my i3D mapping. So you're 0, 6, and 0, and then the bail trigger is 0, 6, and 1. So you, yeah, so we're good there. So let's save this. Going to eat and work on pack 2 for the maps. All right, thanks, Papa. Oh, a couple things I wanted to do while I'm in here. Hold on. Wait for this to save. Alright, so let's come over here. Let's find our oil wells. Oil well 1. I want to turn the sounds down on these guys. They're like way too loud. That one's got to come down. This one's got to come down. And this one's got to come down. And then oil well 2. You are way too loud. And this one is way too loud. Turn these down. Alright, now let's save that again. While that's saving, I want to go into Hollow Objects Palettes Global Company Crate Palette. Crate palette. And I want to where is the, oh yeah, this speed is way too low. Alright, hold on. Alright, so that's going to bump up the unload speed of the palette itself. So the palette, once it hits the trigger, will unload quicker. Alright, so let's get out of here. So let's copy this back into here. And then let's go back into here. Alright, so let's turn auto load back on. Get you light of square. There we go. That's better. Now, so that takes care of, alright, so slaughterhouse is running, poultry house is running, silt mine's running, oil wells running, apiary we need to make beehives. So let's grab a load of plywood and run it to the beehive production. And check that trigger. What are you missing? Thought we had this one running yesterday. Let me turn my speed back up. What are you missing? Oh, you need lumber. Okay. So that's easy. We'll throw a load of lumber in there and then we'll grab a load of plywood for the beehive production. Let's grab a load of lumber. And now let me go back to long pallets. Alright, so that trigger works. And it's not going to take the full load, I'm just going to let him sit there. So let's go grab some plywood. There we go, beehives. Oh, passing off the entrance. Slam on the brakes and make a hard left. Alright, and that trigger's working. So let's run a load of pallets down to the apiary. This way we're ready for beehives once they're made. So and then everything on this side of the map will be taken care of. If it takes the pallets, then it'll take the beehives because they're the same trigger. So if one works, they all work. If one's broken, they're all broken. It looks like everything on the mill's working. I see pallets everywhere. Yep, so everything on the mill's working. It looks like, is the boathouse working? Yep, boathouse is working. So everything on this side of the map I think is working. Let's grab another load of pallets. And then let's go back to medium pallets. And let's go down to the apiary. Now let's drive across the field. We own the whole map, it's my field. So if he, oh, that's right. They go back here into the warehouse. Now, do they go on the front side or do they go on the back side? Let's try this side first. Nope, they go on this side. Alright, so that trigger's working. I don't need to bring beehives over. So if it takes the pallets, it's going to take the beehives. Alright, so where does that leave us? Let's grab the map. So that takes care of those. So we have table factories running, the mill is running, the greenhouses are running, the orchards are running. Budweiser's running, Acme's running, Heinz is running, Power Cells is running. The mushroom farm is running. The evaporator's running. The tomato garden's running. The dairy and mill is running. So let's head. The heating plant's running, herbs and spices is running, Southern Grace is running, fish processing. Let's grab, switch to trains. Let's grab the fishing boat. Let me speed up time a little bit, about an hour or two. Alright, so I'm going to go in here. I'm going to go to compartment 1, and we're going to see if we can pick up any seafood. And then we'll circle right back around to fish processing and see if the fishing's working. So I think compartment 3 was fish bait. If not, we'll switch compartments. I want to get back to playing Ridgeville. I haven't been back on that map. Let me slow down. And we should get a fill trigger to pick up some seafood. Alright, start filling, just popped up. So what is it? Oh, left. Alright, seafood here. It's not much, but it works. So let's just hit the rest of the fishing spots. Just enough to test triggers. No, it's going to take my head off. Duck. Oh, I think it's going to be early to bed. I think the last 2 nights combined, I only got like 4 hours of sleep. Duck. Alright, so that trigger's working. Duck. Who put all these bridges in the way? Oh, took my head off. I popped my head up too quick. Alright, so that one's working. I may speed this boat up a little bit. Alright. Now let's see if the trigger fish processing is working. Oh yeah, textures on the train stopped flickering too, so the train, that's fixed. Oh, there's one more fishing spot. Oh, we already got this one, so we can just drive through this one. I want to make sure we can unload them at fish processing. And I didn't slow down. I'm going to drive right through this trigger. Oh no, we're good. Now, should get an unload trigger here, right there. Stop. Unload my seafood. Now, why did you not take it all? Oh, we may have to adjust this XML. You should have taken all of it. We didn't have much in there. We only had 28,000 liters out. We're going to have to go look at this XML. And I'm in the water. All right, let's go. They should have taken more. Let's go look at fish processing. Why didn't you take all that seafood? You should hold 1,000,000 liters. Did I pull up too far? It went to the second compartment in the train. I must have pulled up too far in one of the triggers. Yep, and it went into the second compartment in the boat. So, alright, so there's the rest of the seafood. Alright, so let's go back to my truck. Let's switch the trains back off. Oh, wrong one. Let's switch the trains back off. Let's grab a load of drill pipe and head north to the North Oil Well. I forgot this map has 2 oil wells. And then there's not that many factories left to test triggers. You know, once we run this loaded drill pipe up north, we'll see what the rest of those factories up there need. So let's grab another loaded drill pipe. Where's my truck? And let's go back to long pallets. Alright, so before I drive all the way up there, let's head north. Alright, so yeah, you need drill pipe, and you're still too loud. Yeah, that's still too loud. I turned those things down like 3 times already. Alright, you don't need anything you're running. You need... I don't have anything to test this with. I don't have any byproducts to test that factory with. Dixie, you're on your own on the seaweed pond. This, I think, just needs paper. Yeah, this one needs paper. You need a whole bunch of crap, which I'm not going to be able to test this one either because I don't have cashmere. I don't have cashmere or wool. So just use the dev tool. Oh, fill the tanker up. I could do that. I'm not gonna. I don't have any. Well, I could see. I can wait for the slaughterhouse to see if we can get any cashmere. But if I bring paper back, if the trigger takes the paper, then it's going to take all the pallets. So let me bring a load of. Let's bring the drill pipe back, and then I'll bring a load of paper back, and we'll test both of those. Oh, turn on. All right, so you are on. All right. So we'll drop half a load of paper in the drywall factory and half a load of paper in the textile mill, and if it takes the paper, it'll take all the pallets. And then I may get out of here early. I may not even finish testing this tonight. I am really, really tired. I think I'm going to need to go lay down for a bit. Alright, so we got to head straight back. It's 2 nights in a row I didn't sleep well. Or much at all. I only got like 3 hours of sleep each night. Dix, do you want me to send you this save game? And you can continue testing where I left off? Or do you want to just start from scratch? I'm about ready to take the sound out of those oil wells altogether. Don't tell me you're not going to work. Okay, you are working. All right, so we'll grab a load of paper. You'll start over. All right. We'll grab a double stack of paper. We'll put half of it in one factory, half of it in the other. And then we'll run a load of firewood over to the smokehouse to see if that trigger works. And then I'll let you spawn product out of the warehouses to make sure all the spawn points out of the warehouses work. And I think paper's at the other. Do I have paper? I think I have paper here. I don't know if it's here or if it's over at Central Station. Do I have paper here? I do have paper here. And I think you're on the wrong setting again. All this driving, I feel like I'm playing Delivery Simulator instead of Farming Simulator. I'm going to drop this load here. And I only want to pick half of it back up. I want to drop half of it in this factory. I'm going to give this trigger a slight adjustment. I'm going to get it up off the, or I'm going to speed up the unload speed of the pallet, and it'll suck it right in as soon as you drop it. So let's grab the other half of these and test the trigger at the textile mill. Alright, so that trigger works. If that trigger works for pallets, it works for everything. Alright, so what does that leave us? That leaves us everything up north working. I can't check Nick's. The refinery. You don't have... Oh, we forgot about this factory at all. We didn't put anything in this factory. So the refinery needs testing. What do you need? Firewood and then meats. Let's grab a load of firewood. And then we'll bring a load of power cells back to the seaweed pond and make sure that that pallet trigger works. I think I put firewood in here. We'll find out here in a second. So what do you have? You've got power cells. Let's grab a load of power cells. And Do you have firewood? You have firewood, good. So let's grab the power cells. We'll come back for the firewood. Since I'm already on this setting. Yeah, just drive right through them and smash up the batteries and cause the acid to explode. Oh, more place for barrels at the mill. The mill is getting full. Alright, so if you were a power cell, where would you go? That's a good question. Do we have an answer? Probably not. Oh, right there. Okay. You're really gonna leave like one little pallet there on the ground? Really? Alright, let's grab. Let me grab my store delivery mod. Let's grab a sewage truck. Your milk. You are byproducts. You need byproducts. And you need to see if this trigger works. And it does. And then this should have fired this factory up. And it's active. Alright, so let's grab the firewood. We'll check the smokehouse to make sure that pallet trigger works. And then I think I'm going to get out of here and go lay down for a while. I am super tired and lunch is not sitting too well. let's go to tall palettes. Are they tall or are they medium? I think it's tall. Yeah, it's tall. And Dixie, when I send you the map, send me a private message when you find the Easter egg I built into the map. I don't want anybody to know about it. You'll know it when you see it. But I'm keeping it secret until we release the map, so the players can find it on their own. So if you stream test this map, don't show the Easter egg. What am I? Oh, hold on. Let me drive over here and then I'll re-chat. So I'm going to end up in the water if I try and re-chat and drive over here at the same time. So Dixie says, what? I gotta look for mistakes, and now Easter is, yeah, but now Easter eggs too. Yep, you gotta find an Easter egg. You'll know it when you see it. You can't miss it. I'm just not showing it on camera. Alright, so this palette trigger's working. Where's my firewood? My visibility node's not working. Oh, yeah, okay, the firewood's showing up there. Alright, so that's working. Alright. I think I am going to get out of here and go lay down for a bit. Lunch is not sitting well, and I am like super tired. So I am going to get out of here. I am going to... Dixie, I'm going to zip up the map, and while I'm laying down, I'm going to upload it to Mega. And then as soon as it's uploaded, I'll give you and Papa the link. But I do need to go lay down for a bit. So I want to thank everybody for stopping in, saying hello, taking time out of their day. I'm going to turn the map over to Dixie so she can break it. And then, just kidding. And then, as soon as it's uploaded, I'll send you a private message with the link. But thanks, everyone.